Gardening is a great hobby that provides both relaxation and satisfaction. And contrary to popular opinion, we don't need a green thumb or a big yard to enjoy it. Joining me now to talk about gardening in the upcoming Memorial Day Rose Show and Plant Sale is Judy Keliher with the Pensacola Federation of Garden Clubs. Judy, thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, it's certainly gardening season, and y'all got a great event coming up, so wanted to have you on to share information on both of those things with our viewers. But first, tell us a little bit about the Pensacola Federation of Garden Clubs.
The Federation was incorporated in 1953, and it's a not-for-profit organization. We currently have approximately 350 members, and within the Federation we have 18 individual garden clubs, sometimes known as circles, and each of them have their own monthly meetings starting in September and ending in May. And we also have 4 affiliate organizations, the Camellia Society, the Daylily Club, and the Rose Society, and the Bonsai Society. And Jeff, one of the missions of our organization is that we want to promote civic beauty and development. And we want to have people have an interest in horticulture and in gardening, of course, and the use of flowers in art and designing. So we also work with other organizations and ask them to
to work with you to, when you say civic beauty, what do you mean by that?
Beautification of gardens, you know, promoting and planting things in the centers of islands, of roads.
Great.
And
well, why is gardening such a good hobby for seniors? You and I were talking on the phone, and you were really explaining to me why it's really a good match.
Gardening for seniors is it's an easy thing for them to do. First of all, it doesn't cost a lot of money. You can get some great deals at plant sales, and also if you don't have a big yard, you can have a small patio or a deck or a balcony, and you can grow plants in a container. You can plant that in a container and watch it grow, nurture it, and when it's in bloom or producing a fruit or a vegetable like a tomato, it gives something back to you, and it's very gratifying. And so they're proud of it. It's something that they have done.
Right, right. Well, you got rid of the myth about the big yard, so we know we can do it in small spaces. What about green thumb? Some people say, oh, I can kill anything.
No, today's varieties are hardier, and they're more sun tolerant. So I think that it's easier to grow plants these days, and you know, it's just not as difficult as it used to be.
Well, when you mentioned sun tolerant, obviously we get a lot of sun here in the summertime. What about plants that really do well with a Pensacola summer, and when they say full sun or partial sun? Explain about that, if you don't mind.
When you see that little card in the plant, you have to realize that the sun here is much more intense than it is in, say, the Midwest. So if you have sandy soil, like most of us do, you want to make sure that you don't put that plant in an area where it's going to get that intense sun the entire day. Better to put it on the side of the house where it gets morning sun, and in the afternoon possibly get some shade. Otherwise, it's going to be really stressed.
Well, what about people who may have some limited physical mobility, you know, and is this something that doesn't require a lot of exercise type work?
Well, you know, you can grow a lot of plants in containers if you have a small area, and you can put them on elevated stands so they don't have to bend over. And also there are tools out there now that are very lightweight, and they're battery rechargeable, so you don't have to deal with electrical cords and mixing gas and oil, and it makes it a lot easier as far as lifting and not having to bend over. Also, if you're fortunate enough to have somebody who can build, you can build a raised bed, and at the higher level, it's much easier for them to maintain it, walking around, watering, and growing things.
Okay. Well, what are some of your favorite plants?
I really found a good one this year. The dwarf zinnia comes in a variety of colors, and it's just a wonderful little bloomer. Mine has not stopped blooming. And also for this sun, you can have petunias. Marigolds are good, and of course the periwinkle are very good. If you have really sandy soil and full sun, you can go with lantana. That's a very, very hardy plant, a perennial. And if you have shade, you can of course go with impatiens. So also, if you don't want to get into the flowering plants, you can go with coleus. Their foliage is beautiful, and they can really brighten up a dark area.
Okay, so I guess everyone is going to get to see a large variety of these at the upcoming show and plant sale?
Well, we hope so. This is the growing season for lilies and hydrangeas, so I think we're going to have quite a bit of color there. So hopefully we'll have quite a few entries.
Well, tell us a little bit about how the show works and the sale, and it's Memorial Day, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's Memorial Day, and we've always held it so we can honor our military in a patriotic theme, and this year it is the Spirit of Freedom, and we're hoping to have, like I said, maybe 150 horticulture entries.
Great.
We also have a design section, and we have some table artistry for the ladies and various floral designs. There's also going to be a plant sale starting at 11 o'clock. The show actually opens at noon and goes till 4, and we have lunch starting at 12, so if they're hungry, they can also partake of lunch. So we have several things planned for them.
Yeah, well, I noticed on the website it also said there will be some people there sharing some gardening tips as well.
Yes, I believe so. I haven't heard too much about that, but I know that the plant sale is going to be very good. We have our own garden club members who will be taking things from their garden that they want to thin out and sell those. So it's a chance for the people to get some plants that normally you don't find at the larger nurseries that they've grown, and they're hardy growers. So
well, good. Well, they may be the ones sharing that information, because if it's come from their plants, maybe they know got some inside scoop on how to make them work. Well, now lunch is available for purchase, I understand, but the sale and the show is free to the public. Is that correct?
The show is free. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Now tell us a little bit about where it's located.
It's at the Garden Center, which is located at 1850 North 9th Avenue, and it's easy to find.
Yeah, it's a very nice facility.
Yeah.
It's a very nice facility. Well, what would you say to someone who was considering starting a garden to motivate them or to convince them that, yes, you can do this?
Well, you can do it. I mean, like I said, it's not something that is that difficult to do. It's not that expensive. There's a large variety of flowers out there now that are more disease resistant and very easy to take care of. They don't require a lot of care.
And that's the
like
main
I said,
thing people are looking for, right?
That's right, yeah.
Well, before we go, one last time, give us the phone number so if someone calls and wants more information.
The phone number is 432-6095, and again, it's from noon until 4, and it is in conjunction with the Pensacola Rose Society show. They're going to have some beautiful roses this year, and we always enjoy sharing the show with the Rose Society.
Well, great. Well, thank you very much for being here, and I bet you have a great turnout.
I hope so.
Okay.